Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capabilities. Welcome back to the English Journey. Today, we have a very special episode for you. We are going to travel from the very beginning of English all the way to advanced fluency. I'm Anna.
And I'm Abel. Whether you are just starting today or you have been studying for years, this conversation is for you. Let's begin at the beginning.
So, let's start. Let's start very slow. Very, very slow. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
Okay, first, the alphabet. The English alphabet. It has 26 letters. 26. Let's say them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
H, I, J, K, L, M, N.
O, P, Q, R, S, T.
U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. 26 letters. 5 of these letters are vowels. A, E, I, O, U.
Yes, A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels. The other letters are consonants. B, C, D. These are consonants.
Good. Now let's practice some words. Simple words. Short words. Cat. C-A-T. Cat.
Dog. D-O-G. Dog.
Book. B-O-O-K. Book.
Very good. Now numbers. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's say them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Can you say 11? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Very good. 20. Now let's use a very important word. Hello.
Hello. Hello is a greeting. A greeting is what you say when you meet a person. Hello.
Hello, Anna.
Hello, Abel. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. And you?
I am fine too, thank you. Now let's practice this. How are you? This is a question. I am fine. This is an answer.
Yes. How are you? I am fine. I am good. I am okay. These are all answers.
Let's try another greeting. Good morning.
Good morning. We say good morning in the morning, before 12 o'clock.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We say good afternoon after 12 o'clock.
Good evening.
Good evening. We say good evening at night, after 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
And good night.
Good night is different. Good night means goodbye. We say it when we go to sleep. Good night. See you tomorrow.
Very good. Now let's learn something very important. The verb be. The verb to be. This is the most important verb in English.
Yes, be is very important. Let me show you. I am. You are. He is. She is. It is. We are. They are.
Let's say that again, slowly. I am. I am Abel. I am Anna. I am uses am.
You are. You are a student. You are kind. You uses are.
He is. He is a teacher. He is tall. He uses is.
She is. She is happy. She is a doctor. She uses is.
It is. It is a book. It is big. It uses is.
We are. We are friends. We are here. We uses are.
They are. They are students. They are in the room. They uses are.
Very good. So am goes with I, is goes with he, she, and it, are goes with you, we, and they.
Let's practice. Abel, where are you from?
I am from the United States. And you, Anna, where are you from?
I am from the United States too. Now let's ask about other people. Where is he from?
He is from Brazil. She is from Japan. They are from France.
Very nice. Now another important thing. What is your name? My name is Anna. My name is Anna. What is your name?
My name is Abel. My name is Abel. This is very simple. What is your name? My name is...
Good. Now let's practice more with be. Let's use not. I am not. I am not sad.
You are not. You are not late.
He is not. He is not here.
She is not. She is not a teacher. She is a doctor.
We are not. We are not tired.
They are not. They are not from Spain.
Very good. Now we can also make these short. These are called contractions. I am not becomes I'm not.
You are not becomes you're not, or you aren't.
He is not becomes he's not, or he isn't.
She is not becomes she's not, or she isn't.
It is not becomes it's not, or it isn't.
We are not becomes we're not, or we aren't.
They are not becomes they're not, or they aren't.
Great. Now let's make questions with be. Am I late? Are you ready? Is he here? Is she a student? Is it cold? Are we friends? Are they happy?
Very good. You see, for questions, we put the verb first. Am I? Are you? Is he?
Let's practice. Anna, are you a teacher?
Yes, I am. Abel, are you a student?
No, I am not. I am a teacher too. Is English easy?
Yes, English is easy. English is fun. We are teachers. We are here to help.
Now let's learn some simple words about people and things. This is a man. This is a woman. This is a boy. This is a girl.
This is a table. This is a chair. This is a phone. This is a pen.
What is this? This is a pen. What is that? That is a book.
This is for things near you. That is for things far from you. This is my pen. That is your book.
Now let's learn some adjectives. Adjectives describe things. Big, small, happy, sad, hot, cold.
The book is big. The pen is small. I am happy. He is sad. The coffee is hot. The water is cold.
Good. Old, new, fast, slow, easy, difficult.
The car is old. The phone is new. The car is fast. The lesson is slow. English is easy. This is not difficult.
That is wonderful. You are doing very well. This is the beginning. This is the start. Now you know the alphabet, you know numbers, you know greetings, you know the verb be,
And you know some simple words and adjectives. This is very good for your first lesson. Now let's move to part 2. We will talk about your daily life. We will use new verbs. Are you ready? Okay, now we move forward. We are going to talk about daily routines. A daily routine is what you do every day, every single day. Your habits, the things you do in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night.
That's right. And for this, we need new verbs. Not just be, we need action verbs. Verbs like wake up, eat, go, work, and sleep.
Let's start with the morning. Every morning I wake up. I wake up at 7 o'clock. What about you, Abel? What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I wake up early.
You wake up early. I wake up at 7. After I wake up, I get out of bed. I get out of bed and I go to the bathroom.
Me too. I go to the bathroom. I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth every morning.
Then I take a shower. I take a shower every morning. The water is warm. I like warm water.
After my shower, I get dressed. I put on my clothes. I put on a shirt. I put on pants. I put on my shoes.
Then I eat breakfast. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. I eat breakfast in the kitchen.
What do you eat for breakfast, Anna?
I eat toast, I eat eggs, I drink coffee. I like coffee in the morning. It is hot and it is good. What do you eat for breakfast, Abel?
I eat cereal. I eat cereal with milk, and I drink orange juice. I like orange juice.
Now let's talk about food. Food is very important. Let's learn some food words. Bread, rice, chicken, fish, vegetables, fruit.
Apples, oranges, bananas, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots.
I like fruit. I like apples and bananas. Do you like fruit, Abel?
Yes, I do. I like oranges, I like bananas, but I do not like tomatoes.
That's okay. Everyone is different. Some people like tomatoes, some people do not like tomatoes. Now, let's look at this sentence. I like oranges. Do you see? I like, you like, we like, they like. But what about he and she?
Good question. He likes, she likes. We add an S. This is the present simple tense. For he, she, and it, we add S to the verb.
Let me show you. I eat breakfast. He eats breakfast. I drink coffee. She drinks coffee. I like fruit. He likes fruit.
Very good. So remember, for I, you, we, and they, the verb stays the same. For he, she, and it, we add S.
But be careful. Some verbs are different. If the verb ends in S, SH, CH, or X, we add ES. For example, I watch TV. He watches TV.
I wash the dishes. She washes the dishes. I go to work. He goes to work.
Very good. Now let's continue with our daily routine. After breakfast, I go to work. I leave my house at 8 o'clock. I drive my car to work.
I also go to work, but I do not drive. I take the bus. The bus comes at 7:15. I wait at the bus stop, then I take the bus to work.
How do you go to work? Some people drive, some people take the bus, some people take the train, some people walk, some people ride a bicycle.
That's right. I work in an office. I start work at 9 o'clock. I sit at my desk, I use a computer, I read emails, I talk to my coworkers.
I also work in an office. I work from 9 to 5. That means I start at 9 in the morning and I finish at 5 in the afternoon. This is 8 hours of work.
At 12 o'clock, I eat lunch. Lunch is the second meal of the day. I eat lunch at the cafeteria at work. I eat a sandwich and I drink water.
I bring my lunch from home. I bring rice and chicken. Sometimes I bring a salad. I eat at my desk or sometimes I eat with my friends.
After lunch, I continue working. I have meetings, I write reports, I answer the phone. I am busy in the afternoon.
At 5 o'clock, I finish work. I go home. I drive home. The traffic is bad in the afternoon. It takes me 30 minutes to get home.
I take the bus home. It takes me 45 minutes. On the bus, I listen to music or I read a book on my phone.
When I get home, I change my clothes. I put on comfortable clothes. Then I cook dinner. Dinner is the third meal of the day, the last meal.
What do you cook for dinner, Anna?
I cook many things. I cook pasta, I cook soup, I cook rice and vegetables. I like to cook. It is relaxing. Do you cook, Abel?
Sometimes I cook, but sometimes I order food. I order pizza or Chinese food. I use an app on my phone.
After dinner, I relax. I watch TV. I watch movies or shows. I sit on the sofa and I relax.
I also relax in the evening. I watch TV, or I play video games, or I read a book. Sometimes I call my family on the phone. I talk to my mother, I talk to my brother.
Now, let's talk about negative sentences. To make a negative sentence in the present simple, we use do not or does not. I do not cook every day. She does not like fish.
We can also use short forms, don't and doesn't. I don't cook every day. She doesn't like fish.
Let me give you more examples. I don't wake up early on Sunday. He doesn't work on Saturday. They don't eat meat. We don't watch TV in the morning.
And for questions, we use do or does at the beginning. Do you like coffee? Does she eat breakfast? Do they work here? Does he drive to work?
Do you eat dinner at home, Abel?
Yes, I do. I eat dinner at home. Do you exercise, Anna?
Yes, I do. I exercise 3 times a week. I go to the gym. I run on the treadmill and I lift weights.
That's great. I exercise too. I go for a walk every evening. I walk in the park near my house. I walk for 30 minutes. It is good for my health.
Now, let's talk about the weekend. On Saturday and Sunday, my routine is different. I do not wake up early. I sleep late. I wake up at 10 o'clock.
Me too. On the weekend, I sleep late. I don't go to work. I relax. I clean my house. I wash my clothes. I go shopping.
On Saturday, I go to the supermarket. I buy food for the week. I buy fruit, vegetables, meat, bread, and milk. I also buy things for the house, like soap and cleaning products.
On Sunday, I sometimes meet my friends. We go to a restaurant. We eat brunch. Brunch is a meal between breakfast and lunch. We eat eggs, pancakes, and we drink coffee.
That sounds nice. I also spend time with my family on Sunday. We cook together, we eat together, we talk, and we laugh. It is my favorite day.
So now you know about daily routines and food in the present simple tense. You are making great progress. You understand more English now. Let's keep going. In the next part, we are going to talk about the past.
Yes, we are going to learn the past tense. We will talk about things that already happened, travel stories, vacations, and interesting experiences. Let's continue. All right, now we are going to talk about the past, things that happened before. Yesterday, last week, last year. To talk about the past, we use the past tense. And the first thing you need to know is that the verb be has two past forms, was and were.
That's right. In the present, we say I am. In the past, we say I was. In the present, we say they are. In the past, we say they were. So let me show you all of them. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were.
Good. I was tired yesterday. You were late this morning. He was happy. She was at home. It was cold last night. We were busy last week. They were in the park.
Now for other verbs, most regular verbs in the past tense end in ed. For example, walk becomes walked, cook becomes cooked, play becomes played, work becomes worked.
Let me give you some examples in sentences. Yesterday, I walked to the store. Last night, I cooked dinner. On Saturday, they played football. He worked late on Friday.
Matt, here's the tricky part. Many common English verbs are irregular. That means they do not follow the ed rule. They change in a different way, and you have to memorize them.
Let's go through some of the most important irregular verbs. Go becomes went. Eat becomes ate. Drink becomes drank. See becomes saw. Come becomes came.
Take becomes took. Make becomes made. Give becomes gave. Buy becomes bought. Have becomes had.
Get becomes dot. Know becomes knew. Think becomes thought. Write becomes wrote. Read becomes read, but the pronunciation changes.
Speak becomes spoke. Tell becomes told. Find becomes found. Leave becomes left. Meet becomes met.
These are very common verbs, and you will use them every day. The good news is that the past tense form is the same for every subject. I went, you went, he went, she went, we went, they went. It's the same word for everyone.
Now let's use these verbs to tell stories. Stories about travel. Anna, have you traveled to another country?
Yes, I have. Last year, I went to Italy. I went to Rome and Florence. It was an amazing trip. I traveled by plane. The flight was about 8 hours.
That sounds wonderful. Tell me more. What did you do in Rome?
Well, first, I arrived at the airport in the morning. I took a taxi to my hotel. The hotel was in the center of the city, near the Colosseum. I checked in, and I left my bags in the room.
And then what did you do?
Then I went outside and I walked around the city. I saw the Colosseum. It was huge and beautiful. I took many photos. I also visited the Roman Forum. I learned a lot about Roman history.
What about the food? Italian food is famous.
Oh, the food was incredible. I ate pasta every day. I ate the best pizza of my life. I drank Italian coffee, which was strong and delicious. One night, I had gelato. Gelato is Italian ice cream. It was so good.
I'm jealous. Did you go to Florence too?
Yes, I took the train from Rome to Florence. The train ride was about an hour and a half. Florence was beautiful. I saw the Duomo, which is a famous cathedral. I visited the Uffizi Gallery and saw paintings by Michelangelo and Botticelli.
That sounds like an incredible trip. I also traveled last year. I went to Japan. I visited Tokyo and Kyoto.
Oh, really? What was Japan like?
Japan was fascinating. Tokyo is a very modern city. It's huge and full of energy. There are bright lights everywhere. I stayed in a small hotel in the Shinjuku area. I explored the streets and I found amazing little restaurants.
What did you eat in Japan?
I ate sushi, of course, fresh sushi. I also ate ramen. Ramen is a noodle soup, and it was the best soup I ever had. I tried tempura, which is fried vegetables and shrimp, and I drank green tea every day.
Did you go to Kyoto too?
Yes, I did. I took the bullet train from Tokyo to Kyoto. The bullet train is called the Shinkansen, and it's incredibly fast. The journey took only about 2 hours. Kyoto was completely different from Tokyo. It was quieter and more traditional. I visited ancient temples and beautiful gardens.
Did you speak Japanese?
I knew a few words. I said arigato, which means thank you, and sumimasen, which means excuse me. But most of the time I spoke English. Many people in the tourist areas understood English.
That's similar to my experience in Italy. I didn't speak Italian very well. I knew grazie and buongiorno, but I used English for most conversations.
Now let's look at the grammar we're using. To make negative sentences in the past, we use did not or didn't. I didn't speak Italian. He didn't go to the museum. They didn't eat breakfast.
And notice something important. When we use didn't, the main verb goes back to its base form. We don't say I didn't went. We say I didn't go. We don't say she didn't ate. We say she didn't eat.
That's a very common mistake, so be careful. Didn't already shows the past, so the verb stays in the base form. I didn't see the movie. She didn't buy the tickets. We didn't take the bus.
For questions in the past tense, we use did at the beginning. Did you go to Japan? Did she eat sushi? Did they visit the museum? Again, the main verb stays in its base form.
Did you enjoy your trip, Anna?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it very much. I met some wonderful people. I made new friends. One Italian woman I met at a cafe spoke excellent English. We talked for hours about our lives, our families, and our dreams.
That's one of the best parts of traveling, meeting people from different cultures and sharing stories. When I was in Kyoto, I met an old man in a tea garden. He told me about the history of the garden. He spoke slowly and clearly so I could understand.
Traveling teaches you so much. You learn about other cultures, you try new food, and you see the world from a different perspective. It also helps you practice your English because English is spoken in many countries around the world.
Absolutely. Now let's review some of those irregular verbs one more time, because they're so important. I went to Japan. I ate sushi. I drank green tea. I took the train. I saw beautiful temples. I met interesting people. I spoke English.
And here are mine. I went to Italy. I ate pasta. I drank coffee. I took a taxi. I saw the Colosseum. I bought souvenirs. I had an amazing time.
Do you notice how all of these verbs are irregular? Went, ate, drank, took, saw, met, spoke, bought, had. They don't follow the ED pattern. You need to learn them and practice them until they feel natural.
One helpful tip is to learn irregular verbs in groups. For example, some verbs follow similar patterns. Think, thought, buy, bought, bring, brought. These all have the ought sound.
Another group, sing, sang, ring, rang, drink, drank, swim, swam. These change the vowel in the middle from I to A.
Recognizing these patterns makes it easier to remember them, but the most important thing is to use them. Tell stories about your life. Talk about what you did yesterday, what you did last weekend, where you went on your last vacation.
The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Now I think it's time to move forward. We've covered the past. Next, we're going to talk about the future, making plans, discussing your health, and learning about modal verbs.
Are you ready to keep going?
Absolutely. Let's continue. So now we've looked at the present and the past, and it's time to turn our attention to the future. Talking about the future in English is incredibly useful because we constantly make plans, set goals, and discuss what's coming next. There are several ways to express the future in English, and we're going to walk you through the most important ones.
The simplest way is to use will. Will is used when you make a decision at the moment of speaking, when you make predictions, or when you talk about things you believe will happen. For example, I think it will rain tomorrow. I will help you with your homework. She will be a great doctor someday.
The structure is straightforward. Subject plus will plus the base form of the verb. I will go. You will see. He will understand. We will finish. They will arrive. And the negative is will not, or the contraction won't. I won't be late. She won't forget.
Another very common way to talk about the future is going to. We use going to when we've already made a plan or when we can see evidence that something is about to happen. For example, I'm going to visit my parents next weekend. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain.
The structure is subject plus am, is, or are plus going to plus the base verb. I'm going to study tonight. She's going to start a new job. We're going to travel in July. They're going to move to a new apartment.
Now, what's the difference between will and going to? Many students ask this question. In everyday conversation, the difference is often small, and native speakers use them interchangeably in many situations. But generally, going to is for plans you've already decided, and will is for spontaneous decisions or predictions.
Let me give you an example. If someone asks, "What are your plans for the summer?" you would say, "I'm going to travel to Spain," because it's a plan you've already made. But if someone says, "I don't understand this exercise," and you offer to help, you'd say, "I'll explain it to you," because it's a spontaneous offer.
Great distinction. Now let's use these future forms to talk about something very relevant: health. Health is something we all need to think about and plan for, and it's a topic that comes up often in daily conversation.
Abel, do you have any health goals for this year?
I do, actually. I'm going to start eating healthier. I've been eating too much fast food lately, and I know it's not good for me, so I'm going to cook more meals at home and eat more fruits and vegetables. I'm also going to exercise more regularly. I'd like to go to the gym at least 4 times a week.
Those are excellent goals. I think health is one of the most important areas of our lives, and yet we often neglect it because we're busy with work and other responsibilities. I'm going to focus on getting more sleep this year. I've been staying up too late and I don't get enough rest. I need at least 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night.
That's so important. Sleep affects everything: your energy, your mood, your ability to concentrate. Speaking of health, this is a perfect time to introduce modal verbs. Modal verbs are words like should, could, would, might, and must. They're used to express advice, ability, possibility, obligation, and permission.
Let's start with should. Should is used to give advice or to talk about what is the right thing to do. You should drink more water. She should see a doctor. We should exercise regularly. You shouldn't eat too much sugar.
Should is very useful when you're talking about health. You should get 8 hours of sleep. You should eat a balanced diet. You shouldn't smoke. You should see a dentist twice a year. These are all pieces of advice using should.
Now let's look at could. Could has several uses. It can express past ability. When I was young, I could run very fast. It can express possibility. We could go to the beach this weekend. And it can be used for polite requests. Could you please pass the salt?
Here's an important distinction. Can is for present ability. I can speak English. Could is either for past ability, I could swim when I was 5, or for polite or hypothetical situations. You could try a different approach. We could study together if you'd like.
Then there's would. Would is often used for hypothetical situations and polite requests. I would travel the world if I had more money. Would you like some coffee? She would be happy to help you.
Might expresses possibility but with less certainty than could. I might go to the party tonight, I'm not sure yet. It might rain later. She might change her mind. When you're uncertain about something, might is the perfect word to use.
And finally, must. Must expresses strong obligation or necessity. You must wear a seatbelt in the car. Students must complete their assignments on time. I must finish this report today. It carries a sense of urgency or importance.
There's also must for logical deduction. If someone is yawning and rubbing their eyes, you might say, she must be tired. You're not 100% sure, but based on the evidence, it's a logical conclusion.
Now let's combine these modals with our health topic. Abel, I have a friend who's been feeling very tired and stressed. What advice would you give her?
Well, first of all, she should talk to her doctor. It's always a good idea to get a professional opinion. She shouldn't ignore the symptoms. Feeling tired and stressed all the time could be a sign of something more serious, or it could simply mean she needs to make some lifestyle changes.
What kind of lifestyle changes?
She should try to get more sleep, as we discussed. She could also try meditation or yoga to manage her stress. These activities might help her relax and feel more balanced. She should definitely reduce her caffeine intake if she's drinking a lot of coffee, especially in the afternoon and evening, because that could be affecting her sleep quality.
Those are really practical suggestions. She could also try going for walks in nature. Studies have shown that spending time outdoors can significantly reduce stress levels and improve your overall mood. She might also consider reducing the amount of time she spends looking at screens, especially before bedtime, because the blue light from phones and computers can interfere with your ability to fall asleep.
Absolutely. And she must make time for herself. Many people are so busy taking care of others and meeting deadlines at work that they forget to take care of their own well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say.
That's a great expression. Now let's also talk about making future plans in a more general sense. Abel, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's an interesting question. In 5 years, I'd like to have my own business. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I'm going to start working on a business plan soon. I might take some online courses in business management to prepare. I should probably also save more money so that I'll have enough to invest when the time comes.
That sounds like a well-thought-out plan. I think in 5 years, I'm going to focus more on creative projects. I'd love to write a book. I've always wanted to, but I've never had the time or the discipline to sit down and actually do it. So I'm going to set a writing schedule and commit to it. I might even join a writing group for accountability and feedback.
You definitely should. Having a community of people who share your goals can be incredibly motivating. It could make all the difference between finishing the book and giving up halfway through.
You're right. Now let's recap the modals quickly. Should for advice, could for possibility and past ability, would for hypothetical situations, might for uncertainty, and must for obligation and logical deduction. These are powerful tools in English, and mastering them will make your speech sound much more natural and nuanced.
And combined with the future tenses, will and going to, you now have a strong foundation for talking about what's ahead. Your plans, your goals, your predictions, your advice for others. This is where English starts to become truly expressive.
Exactly. And in our final section, we're going to take it up another level. We're going to discuss advanced vocabulary, idioms, and strategies for achieving genuine fluency. This next part is going to challenge you and inspire you at the same time.
Let's dive in.
We've come a long way in this conversation, and if you've been following along from the very beginning, you should be incredibly proud of yourself. We started with the alphabet and basic greetings, and now we're going to tackle some of the more sophisticated aspects of the English language, the kind of language that separates an intermediate speaker from someone who's truly fluent.
That's exactly right. Fluency isn't just about knowing grammar rules and memorizing vocabulary lists. True fluency is about being able to express complex ideas naturally, understanding cultural references and idiomatic expressions, and being comfortable with the rhythm and flow of the language, even when the topic is unfamiliar.
One of the hallmarks of advanced English is the use of idioms. Idioms are phrases whose meanings can't be understood from the individual words alone. Native speakers use them constantly, and if you don't know them, you might find yourself completely lost in a conversation, even if you understand every single word technically being said.
Let me give you some examples. If someone says it's raining cats and dogs, they obviously don't mean animals are falling from the sky. It means it's raining very heavily.
Or if someone tells you to break a leg before a performance, they're not wishing you harm, they're wishing you good luck.
Here's another one. Hit the nail on the head. If someone says you've hit the nail on the head, it means you've described something exactly right. You've identified the precise issue. And the ball is in your court means it's your turn to make a decision or take action.
Bite the bullet means to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage and determination. Burn the midnight oil means to work late into the night. And if someone says they're on the fence about something, it means they're undecided. They haven't made up their mind yet.
These expressions add color and personality to your English, and they're absolutely essential if you want to understand native speakers in real-world situations, in movies, podcasts, business meetings, and casual conversations. The challenge is that you can't simply translate them from your native language, because most languages have completely different idioms for the same concepts.
The best way to learn idioms is through exposure. Listen to English as much as possible. Podcasts, audiobooks, television shows, YouTube videos. When you encounter an idiom you don't understand, write it down, look it up, and then try to use it in your own sentences. Over time, they'll start to feel natural.
Now let's shift our focus to some advanced vocabulary that will elevate your English considerably. Instead of saying something is very good, you could say it's exceptional, outstanding, or remarkable. Instead of very bad, try dreadful, appalling, or disastrous. Instead of very big, you might say enormous, immense, or colossal.
This is an important point. At the advanced level, one of the easiest ways to upgrade your English is to eliminate the word very from your vocabulary and replace it with more precise and powerful words. Very tired becomes exhausted. Very hungry becomes starving. Very happy becomes thrilled or elated. Very angry becomes furious. Very scared becomes terrified.
These single words carry more weight and make your speech or writing far more impactful. It's the difference between painting with broad strokes and painting with fine detail. And that's what advanced English is really about: precision and nuance.
Speaking of nuance, let's talk about something that many learners struggle with at the advanced level: the difference between similar words. Take say and tell, for instance. You say something, but you tell someone something. She said it was important. She told me it was important. Or consider make and do. You make a decision, make a mistake, make progress, but you do your homework, do the laundry, do your best.
Another pair that causes confusion is borrow and lend. If you receive something temporarily, you borrow it. If you give something temporarily, you lend it. Can I borrow your pen? Versus can you lend me your pen? Both sentences are about the same situation, but the perspective is different.
These distinctions might seem minor, but they're exactly the kind of details that reveal your level of proficiency. A native speaker will immediately notice if you mix them up, even if they understand what you mean. Getting these right is what separates competent English from polished professional English.
Now I want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough: the psychological and strategic side of language learning. Because reaching fluency isn't just a matter of studying hard enough or knowing enough words, it requires a particular mindset and approach.
Absolutely. One of the biggest obstacles to fluency is perfectionism. Many learners are so afraid of making mistakes that they avoid speaking altogether. They wait until they feel ready, and that day never comes because there's always more to learn. The truth is, you will never feel 100% ready, and that's perfectly fine. Fluency develops through use, through practice, through making mistakes and learning from them.
I couldn't agree more. There's a concept in language learning called comprehensible input, which was popularized by the linguist Stephen Krashen. The idea is that you acquire language most effectively when you're exposed to material that is slightly above your current level, challenging enough to push you forward, but not so difficult that you can't follow along at all.
That's precisely what we've been doing in this podcast, isn't it? We started at a very basic level and gradually increased the complexity. If you started as a beginner and you've been able to follow most of what we're saying now, that's a testament to the power of incremental learning. Your brain has been absorbing patterns, structures, and vocabulary without you even realizing it.
Another crucial strategy for achieving fluency is immersion, or simulated immersion if you don't live in an English-speaking country. This means surrounding yourself with English as much as possible. Change the language settings on your phone to English. Watch movies and TV shows in English with English subtitles, not subtitles in your native language. Read books, articles, and news in English. Think in English. Talk to yourself in English if there's no one around to practice with.
And don't underestimate the power of speaking out loud. Even if you're alone, reading aloud or narrating your daily activities in English helps train your mouth and tongue to produce the sounds correctly. It builds muscle memory, and it also helps you notice gaps in your vocabulary. When you can't find the right word to describe something you're doing, that's a learning opportunity. Look it up, and then next time you'll know it.
Let me share a few more advanced expressions that will make you sound much more natural. Instead of saying, I think, you could say, in my opinion, from my perspective, as far as I'm concerned, or it seems to me that. These phrases demonstrate sophistication and variety in your speech.
Transition phrases are equally important for fluent communication. Words and phrases like furthermore, on the other hand, having said that, in addition to that, consequently, and as a result, help you connect your ideas logically and coherently. They're the glue that holds complex arguments and narratives together.
Here's a particularly useful one. That being said, you use it when you're about to introduce a point that contrasts or qualifies what you just said. For example, learning a language is difficult. That being said, with consistent effort and the right approach, anyone can achieve fluency.
Beautiful example. Now I want to touch on one more thing before we wrap up, and that's the importance of cultural literacy. Language doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's deeply connected to the culture of the people who speak it. Understanding cultural references, humor, social norms, and communication styles is an integral part of true fluency.
For instance, in English-speaking cultures, particularly American culture, there's a strong emphasis on being direct and expressing your opinion. At the same time, politeness strategies like hedging, using phrases like I might be wrong but, or correct me if I'm mistaken, are incredibly common and important. Understanding when to be direct and when to soften your language is a skill that takes time and cultural awareness to develop.
And humor is another area that's deeply cultural. Sarcasm, irony, understatement, these are all extremely common in English. If someone says, "Oh, great," with a certain tone of voice, they might actually mean the opposite. Being able to pick up on these cues requires not just linguistic knowledge, but cultural sensitivity.
So, as we bring this episode to a close, let me summarize the journey we've taken today. We started with the fundamentals, the alphabet, numbers, greetings, and the verb to be. We moved on to daily routines and the present simple tense. We explored the past tense through travel stories and tackled those tricky irregular verbs. We talked about the future with will and going to, learned about modal verbs and talked about health and goal setting. And finally, here in this last section, we've examined advanced vocabulary, idiomatic expressions, learning strategies, and what it really takes to become fluent.
If there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, it's that fluency is not a destination, it's a journey. Even native speakers continue to learn new words, new expressions, and new ways of communicating throughout their entire lives. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is progress. Every word you learn, every sentence you construct, every conversation you have, no matter how imperfect, brings you one step closer to the confident, articulate English speaker you're working to become.
And remember, the fact that you've listened to this entire episode, from the very first ABC all the way to discussions about cultural literacy and idiomatic nuance, that in itself is a remarkable accomplishment. You should be proud of your dedication and your persistence.
Keep listening, keep speaking, keep reading, keep writing. Surround yourself with the language, embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and above all, enjoy the process. Language learning is one of the most rewarding things a person can do, and you're already on well your way.
Thank you so much for joining us on the English journey. This has been a truly special episode, and we hope it's given you both the knowledge and the motivation to keep pushing forward. We'll see you in the next one.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop believing in your ability to master this beautiful language. Goodbye, everyone.